This episode of Capes of Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed the Protector of the Universe, bonded to energy-transforming quantum bands that were both weapons and symbols of his station who fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil, as Quasar.
Welcome to the Quantum Zone. We're going to wrap up everything the two stories we've been talking about the last couple episodes. I am Phil, and I'm joined by those party goers, master of the Quantum Zone himself.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And he's going to bring you good thing. That bearded man is going to bring you a lot of good presents, but it's not Santa. It is.
Yeah, this is Matt. Hey, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, I should save that for next episode. Anyway. But yes, we're going to get to Avengers 325. That wraps up the two ongoing storylines we've been talking about. But before that, I wanted to talk one or two things. First of all, we're going to skip way ahead to that far-off year of 2018. And this week, Avengers, this is the new numbering, it's issue 10, but overall, issue 700 of Avengers came out this week. The oversized, of course. But I bring this up because Namor and his Defenders of the Deep appear, and among them is our friend Orka, killer whale, who that was him in the crossing line, right? But we also get some other familiar faces. Here's the big splash page. We get some Russians. We get our old buddy Crimson Dynamo. We get Red Guardian going by Vanguard. We get Vostok looking like a robotic Winter Soldier or something.
Does that say world's Ursa Major, world's drunkest bear?
Yeah, because they kind of find him like in a cabin in the woods, I guess, and he's basically he's drinking. What is it?
Well, he's Russian. It's got to be vodka, right?
I believe it is, yeah. And I think he's only eaten one or two people. Yeah. So, yeah, I just thought that was interesting that we've been talking about them, and they showed up just this week. And again, it was Namor and his Defenders of the Deep in there. So, you know, there were some last couple issues, some underwater stuff, and that's what I meant. That's the other thing from this issue. They have confirmed, although he was very chewed up and spit out, Stingray is alive.
Oh, okay, awesome.
He might be in pretty bad shape, but he is alive. They said.
Oh wow.
We know he's pretty tough. He took a bullet to the head, a couple issues back. So yeah, he's tough. He's got it.
That's what I was thinking. I want to read some of his other appearances because the one we read, he got shot in the head. This one, he got like chewed up by sharks. He's like the superhero crash test dummy.
I know. Well, I was at the old local comic store in Framingham, Mass. Bedrock Comics, so a good place to kill a few hours. And I saw Stingray on a bunch of old Namor covers. So I was trying to find more of those late 40s or early 40s Namors to send to you guys for the Star Blast series. Didn't find any there, but I have seen some over at Chris's Comics in New Hampshire, so I'll be on the lookout. But here's an update about something that I got that is also kind of devastating. You remember a while back when I bought one of those random Marvel box games, hoping to get a Quasar figure in and did not get one?
Yes.
Well, I just saw someone that was just selling one on Amazon, so I was like, I'm gonna get it, whatever. And it came in the mail, and it's broken.
Oh.
One arm off. It's broken off the podium. So I have the little arm in the stand in a bag. If I wanted to glue it together, I could. He did give me a full refund, so that's something. But yeah,
they usually just go for the wrist to get that band off. Someone smacked that whole arm.
Yeah. Minerva is the one that mailed it to me. Yeah.
The Minerva, that person.
Yeah. But it's I did come with a card, which is kind of cool, and I have no idea how to play this Hero Clicks game, but it gives you powers. It says quantum shielding, can use shields, deflection, and invulnerability. A security chief of Project Pegasus, never give up, never surrender, leadership. I'm shutting you down, ranged combat expert, and it contains standard operating procedure. When Quasar targets and damages a single opposing character after actions resolve, he can use Barrier as a free action, but may only place blocking terrain markers adjacent to the hit character. So that sounds complicated to me.
Yeah, that's to me too.
It sounds impressive, but yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah. But it's got phenomenal cosmic power, quantum jump, protector of the universe, limitless potential energy of the quantum zone unleashed, drain standard operating procedure, and mentions joining the Annihilators. But
okay,
invincible, whatever. But there you go. So, if you want to get one of these and hopefully have it not break in the mail, it can be yours on Amazon.
But and
that's all that's fine.
And we've been recording a few of these ahead, so this may seem like old news if you're listening to this on the podcast. But the last thing I wanted to get to before this issue is, as we're recording this week, we lost Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, lived a pretty long, full life though. So
95, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Excelsior Stan Lee. I've looked at the YouTube clip with all of his cameo appearances dating back to 1989's The Trial of the Incredible Hulk TV movie.
Yes.
And, I always loved that. That was one of the fun parts about going to a Marvel movie in the theater is Stan Lee is going to appear there at some point, and it's going to be something fun and enjoyable, most likely. And they're, so it's going to be sad. I know that he's probably pre-filmed at least one or two. We still have the Captain Marvel one, of course. Mm-hmm. And apparently he filmed his for the Avengers sequel to Infinity War, but it's going to be a tough go of it after that.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows with CGI technology and stuff, how many more cameos they can get him in. And
it's true. I mean, Star Wars, when they did the new movies, they brought back a guy that was dead for a role, right? So,
yeah.
And even that Netflix stuff, don't they usually? They can even just put up a picture of him sometimes and stuff, Make a billboard with Stan Lee on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, did you know? I saw this online, but I tried it out. If you have a Netflix account and you search Excelsior, it will show you all of the Marvel stuff that's on Netflix in one fell swoop, which is kind of cool. There's some animated features I haven't seen, like Planet Hulk and Doctor Strange and stuff. So
just the way he would have wanted it. Fair enough. It brings up all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. But yeah. Rest in peace.
Speaking of Marvel stuff, when did you guys do the Captain Marvel? Was that a week or two ago? How did has that dropped yet?
Oh yeah. This past week it hit the podcast. Yeah, it was so we might have recorded it the week before. Yeah, episode 2 of Captain Marvel is up. Me and Charlie talked about Monica Rambeau.
Cool.
Nice.
It was good, and so you know what that means. Coming up in December, me and Will are going to be up.
Genus Vell. I got to get some research done, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to have to start reading. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. Yeah, I've enjoyed those, and give everybody a little background on these characters, before. Sure, everybody, we knew what we were talking about before the movie comes out, Well,
and Monica Rambeau's she's just been she's an interesting character. I mean, did you guys get it all into the Warren Ellis? What was that? The Agents of Hate. Oh crap! What is the name of that? I can't think of it.
Well, I know the more recent stuff. We got into the Ultimates. She was in the Ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
with Carol Danvers and Black Panther. We went over the early Avengers stuff, like her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man Annual. I know Charlie liked the Marvel Divas stuff she was in.
Next Wave, Agents of Hate. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, we really didn't touch too much on that, but I mean...
Well, it was played for laughs, so...
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny, but it was played for laughs.
Well, like, I didn't read it, but he said he read the Marvel Diva stuff, and he said, I don't know how serious that was, because it was basically like a superhero take on Sex in the City or whatever.
Okay. I haven't read that either.
But, I mean, hey, everyone listening to this, you know what Stan Lee would want. Go out and buy yourself some comics. Go
exactly.
out buy someone you love a comic. Come on.
That's right. Read early, read often.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So, should we jump into this issue?
Sounds good to me. Is that a? I think that's a John Byrne cover on this, isn't it?
Avengers 325. Might be. If there's a credit
I can't see a signature, but I can't see a signature on the front. But
let's see.
But that really looks like Byrne faces, though, to me. I mean, it's nice. I think it is.
I don't know if that's a
There's
signature.
A little bit,
yeah, down here.
Block-off signature by Spidey, yeah. Spidey's not at the party, but just on the edition we have.
But yeah, I like the art no matter what it is. It really catches your attention. Especially it's like a kind of change of pace. The Avengers are like out of costume. I mean, look, Sersi's way out of costume, and then they're surrounded like by all those like fantastical figures.
Yeah. Crimson Cow, Manwolf, Burning Sharon Carter, Guardsman.
Yeah.
And Fabian's armor. Yeah. It's a pretty cool cover.
Cap and Quasar are just blowing each other's identities on the spot. On there,
exactly. And it's got a nice, it's Quasar's, it's Sersi's party, Quasar. I didn't invite him.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of screwball she's hangs out with. All right, so like I said, this ties up the two ongoing storylines we've been covering because. Oh well, before I get to that, we'll get to the credits. Mark Grunwald's story.
Yes,
interests us here. Yeah, Rick Levin's pencils, Fred Fredericks, and D Hands inks. Whose hands are those? D's hands.
I think that's usually a diverse hands is the other inker, and it's basically
okay.
we hit the dreaded deadline doom, so everybody pitch in. You could have 10 inkers on this book probably.
Oh yeah, because this is late October 1990, so this must be the final part of like the bi-weeklies. Yeah.
That's a party. Everyone get in and
That's right. Get it done.
It's like, hey, everyone, get in here. Yeah, all hands on deck. I said deck. Brad K. Joyce letters, Ed Les L. Ari colors, Howard Mackey edits, and Tom DeFalco party favors. Good lord. So yeah, first page is says, with the crossing line affair finally over, the intrepid Avengers wearily disembark the shuttle car to their newly refurbished headquarters. Yeah, let's take some time off. It'll be building.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, our four Avengers get off because they must have dumped Stingray off. Taken Stingray home. And Sersi says, despite all the water we've been in these past 24 hours, so. It was hard to tell 24 hours because the clock kept jumping back and forth.
That's right. Time passed differently too. Remember?
I know. Forward, backward.
Yeah, because of Canada. No. No.
Damn Canadian daylight savings.
Yeah. And they took the ship back, right? Because that's why they flew there. But instantly, Vision and Quasar are like, let's fly a little bit.
Out of the shuttle. Yeah.
And why didn't they bring Stingray to the after party? The guy got shot in the head. He's not a full Avenger, but you'd think they'd buy him dinner or something.
Yeah, good point.
He might have a really serious concussion. He doesn't need to be drinking.
Yeah, just go home and fall asleep.
We'll see. We'll see in a couple hundred issues. Fish stick.
Yeah.
So Sersi, despite all the water we've been in the last 24 hours, what really relaxes me after a rough day saving the world is a nice long hot bubble bath. Can you join me, Captain? Ugh. He's hardly think that would be appropriate. Then Michael O'Brien comes in. Cap's like, Michael, welcome back, team. How'd it go? And Cap, wasn't one of our easier wins. How are things around here? Looks like the work crews are just finished with the sub-basement facilities. And Michael's like, yeah, they're all topside. Say, I have a surprise waiting for you in your assembly room, a new meeting table. And Cap, oh, I guess I forgot to tell you that Thor mentioned something about wanting to rebuild our old one, which I think he gets to next issue.
Yeah.
And Brian's like, oops. He's like, don't sweat it. We'll find a good use for it. You guys can have breakfast on it. We don't need And Sersi, if you don't wipe that hurt puppy look off your face this minute, Mr. O'Brien, I'm going to bite your lip. And is that sarcasm? He's like, well, I wouldn't want that, would I? She's like, never know till you try. And Cap's like, okay, I know you'll want to. We all want to get back to our lives, so let's get this debriefing underway as O'Brien, outside the door, places something on the wall. Or is it on the inside? But, because there's spy cameras everywhere. They're using the new table. Great, the new laptop voice processors are in. This will speed up filing case histories considerably. And Sersi with more sarcasm. Part of being an Avenger I can't get enough of. And Cap, if you will just look into the tiny screen when you speak, the processor will not only record your image and voice, it will also transcribe your words into cold type. Quasar, short beats having to type them up ourselves. And Cap, let me begin at 0300 hours. We received a distress call from as the villains are watching on. I was just waiting because it's like 1990. I was waiting for them to like, oh yeah, this is our state of the line table that works on MS DOS.
5 DOS. 5. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. So it's kind of like, all right, let's begin. Everyone, activate your screens and let's activate your screens. Let's not make fun of 1990. All right, so watching from afar is Mother Knight, her brother, and Machine Smith. Because Machine Smith says, "Listen to that! The mighty Avengers in their sanctum sanctorum."
I think he's wrong there. That annoyed me greatly.
I know. I'm just like, wait, Doctor Strange is like, copyright.
Yeah.
Mother Knight, my plan has succeeded. We've done what no other foe of the Avengers has ever been able to accomplish before, the wall-to-wall bugging of their headquarters. Okay, maybe no one has bugged it, but the Masters of Evil actually infiltrated it.
And destroyed it, mostly.
Knocked Jarvis and Cap around, yeah. The brother, my heartiest congratulations, dear sister. She's like, never again will they be able to make another move without us knowing about it in advance. And Machine Smith's like, the Red Skull is going to be tickled pink, I'll bet you. The Red Skull is going to be the pink skull. And she's another night. Where are you going, Machine Smith? I want to change the channel. See if our Hypno helpmates planted any bugs in any new rooms. And she's like, but here's where the Avengers are. I want to watch this. And he's like, must I remind you, Mother Knight, my dear, that this is all being recorded. We could watch it at our leisure. Inconveniently, we won't find out any Quasar's identity or anything. Because basically, Quasar's the only one who's, Sersi and Vision don't have a secret identity. And the Red Skull's living in a Captain America body right now, so he kind of knows who Cap is.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's like, right now I want to scan the dial, see the length and breadth of our electronic eavesdropping network, and receive views of all over the mansion. Although you two may have been the ones that brainwashed the fine upstanding members of the Avengers support crew into planning bugs, I was the one who designed and manufactured the bugs themselves. Don't I have the right to examine my handiwork too? Tisk tisk, I see they couldn't afford an interior decorator.
I mean, this makes sense. You just get cable. You don't want to just watch a movie right away. You want to see what's on every channel first.
Exactly.
Like Jerry Seinfeld says, women want to see what's on TV. Men want to see what else is on TV. So after he looks for a couple seconds, Machine Smith says, okay, Mommy, take the remote and watch whatever you want. I'll be busy working on the transmitter that will boost the power of these mini bugs sufficiently that our dear employer will be able to pick up the broadcast in his Washington, D.C. penthouse. Okay, it just hit me. Machine Smith is a robot, right?
Yes.
And so while they're watching one screen, can't he just like plug in and basically watch whatever he wants? I mean, I know it is 1990, but
One would think. I mean, in this 1990, there are, synthezoids and
yeah.
alien androids.
And then he'd be like a walking VCR in,
Yeah,
1990s terms.
Betamax, man. Betamax is superior.
When he gets angry, his eyes just start flashing 12, 12, 12, 12.
Be kind. Rewind.
I was gonna say, don't make me mad. You wouldn't like me when I get mad and rewind. What's this? She's like, you made me just a robot, Chinny, but sometimes I feel like he's like, whoa, time out. Say that stuff for someone who could appreciate it, Mommy. I agreed to help you with the plan of yours to getting good with the boss, not so you could slobber all over me.
Yeah, you gotta short circuit the guy. I mean, come on.
I know, and isn't she like the Red Skull's girlfriend at the time? He's like, I ain't stealing Head Nazi's girlfriend. No.
I thought daughter. I thought it was the daughter.
No, that was Sin. It's very weird. I think I don't want to know what the Red Skull's up to, but I think the daughter might have dressed like this for a while.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And now the girlfriend's dressed. I don't want to know.
Okay, I'm with you. Let's just yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, the Red Skull is the guy that appreciates uniforms. For Nazis,
Yes.
So,
Yes. So, the Machine Smith's like, say, Blood, why don't you take your sister for a walk or something? I hate it when humans start going stir crazy. I should be getting back to my ministry. On the other hand, we haven't had much time to talk since you left the youth camp to join the Red Skull skeleton crew. What do you say? Or, Mother, will the Skull let you put a lunch on your brother on your expense account? I should think so. Good. Again, you're gonna risk it? You're gonna risk death at the hands of the Red Skull for a free lunch?
Yeah, I mean I guess you're hungry.
I guess. And then he's like, you hypnotically alter your garb rather than simply changing into something less conspicuous? She's like, of course, it's good exercise. He's like, then I suppose I shall have to as well. Why? He's just like a priest. I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes priests get extra dressed up for like Christmas and Easter and stuff. Sersi's party.
His color isn't fancy enough. I will hypnotically make myself look like the Pope. Oh, good Lord. So then, coincidentally enough, inside Avengers headquarters, the meeting's breaking up, and Sersi's like, now that we got that rigmarole out of the way, I've got something important to discuss with you boys. And Cap's like, oh, and Quasar's like, I'm all ears. And she's, I'm having my monthly get-together this Saturday night. I'll take it as a personal affront if you boys do not attend. Shall we say 8-ish? He's like, oh, geez, Sersi, I've got the Wakandan design group coming in this weekend. And she's like, they're invited too. I'm not taking no for an answer. You boys have yet to make a single one of my parties. I did you the favor of joining your world saving club. It's not that much to ask for in return. My address is on file. See you there. So they have to do homework to come to this party that she basically forced them to go to.
Well, she knows Quasar has been going through the files, so he knows it already.
Mm-hmm. And Vision's standing there thinking, Sersi's reference to you boys did not particularly seem to apply to me. Perhaps she reasoned that synthezoids, there you go, take your drink, our mention of synthezoids every issue, that synthezoids would be out of place at such a gathering. I do not recall ever attending a party. Who's to say then that she is wrong? And then we see Cap and Quasar. Cap, say Cap, you got a moment? I need to talk to you about something. He's like, go ahead. In my civilian identity, I run a security consultant firm, and I'd like to offer my services to the Avengers. Oh, look, HD missed somebody. But I don't want to use my membership here for personal gain. Is your company any good? The best. Hasn't been in business for like 5 minutes. He's like, oh yeah, my company's the best. The ego. And if you don't think we're the best, hey, I have somebody on staff who can hypnotize, like mentally make you think we're the best. Well, Quasar, the Avengers could use an independent security firm to check over the premises, and if yours is as good as you say, we'd be foolish not to go with it. It's like, really appreciate it, Cap. Really, it's not like I need the work right now. We just got 5 extra jobs dumped in our lap. It's just that I want this place to be as secure as possible. And Cap's like, you're still not blaming yourself for Avengers Island sinking, are you? No, of course not. He blamed himself for Pegasus.
Yeah,
Right?
still.
Yeah, of course not. He's like, wow. And of course, Machine Smith's watching. An outside agency conducting another security sweep? I don't like the sound of that. I need to have our little playmates go through all that trouble just to have to do it again. He said, let's see what else is on the All Avengers cable system. We call that the MCU.
Yeah. All Avengers, all the time. Sorry.
Oh, the Hulk is on. Wait, which one is it? Okay, it's the, is it the new one or is it the old one?
Oh wait, we're just, that's not it. I swear I had sad Hulk music. I can't find it. Alright. So Sersi's telling Jarvis, Saturday night, Jarvis dear, and you simply must tell me you'll be there. He's like, I would not miss one of your soirees for the world, Mistress Sersi. He's like, make certain the rest of your staff knows they're invited too. He's like, I will, madam. Take good day. And she's like, ta-ta. She just uses her powers to give herself street clothes.
Now, is she inviting them to attend the party or to cater and clean up the party?
I was going to say, hey, Jarvis, but you're invited to my party. By the way, can you bring like 6 dozen finger sandwiches?
Yeah.
And Machine Smith, parting with the Avengers. I can't think of anything more boring. Let's see what else is shaking at the manse. Maybe I can tune in on that gorgeous hunk of man machine, the Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Maybe I can... there you are, Mr. V. And Vision talking to Fabian. You spend considerable able amount of time in this facility, Fabian. Am I correct? He's like, 15, 16 hours a day, sometimes longer. Do you have no life outside the Avengers? Don't need one, Vij. Right here, I got everything I always wanted. A place to work, lots of junk to work with, and folks who appreciate what I make. Vision's like, finding one's niche must give one a feeling of centeredness. On occasion, I think there should be more to life than just being Avenger, but I am not certain what that missing element is. Machine Smith, oh, Vision, how my mechanical heart resonates with sympathy. And Fabian, didn't I hear you were married once, Beige? What happened? I'm told I was, but I had different programming at the time. Thank you for talking to me, Fabian. Anytime, guy. Wouldn't it, even like the older version, wouldn't Vision like back up his memory since he could?
Yes, but I think it was the personality got erased. I don't remember.
Yeah, because he was originally created using like the Wonder Man's brain patterns, and then the second time around, Wonder Man's like, I don't want them using my brain patterns.
Didn't have a choice the first time. This time I do.
That's right. Because Wonder Man was like being all selfish because wasn't he in love with Scarlet Witch? Which makes sense. Machine Smith, Vision. When we realize that silicone and steel beings are better than those of flesh and blood, we need not live by their stand. And then he's like, my word, the way you're staring into the screen, you haven't detected our little bug, have you, Viz? But then he's like, oh, good, he's good. Phasing right through it. I'd better check and see if I can find him on one of the other transmitters. But then he's like, he's nowhere to be found. He must have left the premises, I'd imagine. He couldn't have been able to trace the transmission, could he? As the Vision's phasing through the roof. Vision, what is the meaning of this? Oh, my nuts and bolts, you're here.
Oh, my nuts. And
bolts. It is one line lower.
But I was certain that the transmission wasn't traceable. And Vision, you were mistaken. Machine Smith, this wasn't my idea. I was just following orders. Vision, you cannot escape me. Oh, but I wasn't trying to, Dark Eyes. I just wanted to get close to you so I could project my digitized consciousness into your mainframe. Open wide, sweetie. This won't hurt a smidge. He's trying to take over the Vision. He's like, what you're attempting to do is impossible, robot. I'm immune to all forms of mental takeover, but since your actions prove you an enemy, I will therefore render you insensate and take you before my colleagues for question. There's a big shock. Electrical discharge coursing through my arm where I partially solidified it. They both hit the floor. Looks like we both have built-in fail-safe systems, Viz. So I don't know how much later, but it says later that afternoon, mother and brother come back. She's like, Chinny, we're back. Good Lord, what? And she's like, what went on here? She sees the two robots a synthezoid and the robot on the floor. And brother's like, perhaps this is how robots make. And she's like, Machine Smith is intertwined with that android Avenger of the Vision. And then we hear, yoo-hoo, Momsy over here. Machine Smith, he's like, that's right, lean, keen, and on screen. Good Lord.
He's like way over the top,
machine.
right?
Yeah.
Just like the robotic Dr. Seuss. I am not here, I am not there, I am not anywhere. The Vision over there tried to scramble my circuitry, but I was able to beam myself into the nearest electrical appliance, even as I sent 1,000,000 volts through him. Dare not re-enter my bod, though Vigies really did a number on my innards. So I wired Washington to send up a new one, teach me to for traveling without a spare. And she's like, sometimes I think you delight in trying to shock me. He's like, heaven forbid. We better find a place to dump the two bodies then. The East River, perhaps? Good Lord. So then we jump, I guess, ahead to early evening. In the mansion. Hi, Peggy. Oh, hello, John. Finally coming to check out my state-of-the-art communications complex. Nope, but I will admit it's pretty spiffy. I came to ask if Jarvis told you about Sersi's party Saturday. She's like, yes, he did mention it when he brought me dinner. She's like, going to go? From what I hear, they're pretty wild. She's like, I don't see how I can... Someone's got to mind the store. And he's like, Cap says we can all have the night off. Well, if I can get a date, I'll consider it. He's like, ha, I'm sure an ex-super spy like yourself has dozens of guys who jump at the chance. Oh, John going for older woman. The Brooklyn side of the East River that night. Brother Blood's asking Machine Smith, it doesn't bother you throwing away your old body like this? He's like, I'm not attached to it as you are yours, Minister. He's like, hope this is the last we'll see of him. And Machine Smith, it may well be. If the toxic substances in the river aren't enough to permanently decapacitate him, I'm certain the thorough going over you gave him with a ball-peen hammer and chisel will be.
Oh my god.
I'm glad they left that part out of the comic. Come on, man.
I know. He's like, yes, but you were also certain your bugs could not be traced. Oh, Lord. I could just see every time he hit him with the hammer, Machine Smith's like, oh no. So, Avengers headquarters the next day. We get a visit from some security specialists. Hello, meeting with Cap and Michael O'Brien. Hello, I'm Wendell Vaughn of Vaughn Security Systems, and this is my associate, Kenjiro Tanaka. Cap's like, come in. And Ken's like, it's really an honor to meet you, sir. And
we get some great thought bubble here from Cap.
Cap's like, hope Quasar doesn't think wearing a pair of glasses hides his secret identity. Like, please call me Cap. This is Michael O'Brien, head of security. And then Michael O'Brien thinks, guess we're supposed to play along. We don't know this is Quaz. If you step this way, gentlemen, I'll walk you through our identity verification procedures. Which it would be funny, so did they have to rig that too so it didn't come up, oh, Avenger Quasar.
Yeah.
I don't know why they say, I don't know what's happening, Ken. They think I'm Quasar.
You do kind of... Sorry, I can't do it with a straight face. Look, dude, we know you're Quasar. Just look in your airbag and glasses. Doesn't work.
I knew it was you. I mean, you disappeared during that presentation, and all of a sudden, Quasar has to throw Terminus off the planet. I know.
Yeah.
And so they're like, quick, flip the channel. They're walking into another room. Relax. I do not like this, not one bit. And Wendell's like, this is an anti-eavesdropping device we had built for us that you may be interested in. Here's how it works. And then click. What happened, Machine Smith? I don't know. Do something, Chinny. Do something. Let me check the other channels. And he checks every other channel. It's blank. No. That flesh bucket must have a way to jam the transmission signals at the source. And but you said your bugs were top of the line, the best. He says, they are, but anything built can be destroyed. She's like, so that's it? You give up? We just let this week of hard work go up in electronic smoke. He's like, looks that way. I won't accept that. The crew members are still susceptible to my hypnotic commands. I'll order them to destroy that jamming device. And he's like, you could, but the Avengers would know it instantly. And she's like, we must get something out of this. We can't go back to Washington empty-handed. At the very least, let's get those insipid civilians to kill themselves. Machine Smith says, I have it. I know. I have.
Insipid civilians.
Breaking everyone's toys and going home. But Machine Smith, I have it. Everyone's been invited to a party tonight at Sersi's. So, later that night in a spacious loft apartment in Manhattan's Soho district. So Sersi must have a lot of money.
Well, when you're immortal and, an eternal.
And plus you could probably transmute anything in the gold or money.
Yeah.
Oh. Eternal life means big life savings.
Oh, yeah. So we see Jarvis and his girlfriend Gloria. Edwin, this place is fabulous. How much must the rent cost in a place like this? I believe Miss Sersi owns this building, Gloria, as well as several other choice locations. Then Peggy did get a date. Who tells her, you're the classiest woman here, Peggy. She's like, oh, Gabe, you're such a flatterer.
Gabe, he's Gabe from he's a SHIELD agent, isn't he?
Was he? Yeah, was he one of the Howling Commandos? I'm trying to remember.
I think maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Because I think in some of those early Cap issues, they might have gotten together. Yeah. So I don't know why she was worried about getting a date. But we also get a bonus Avenger this issue, She-Hulk. You must come
West Coast.
You must come to my gymnasium, Miss Walters, and teach me some of your training techniques. She's like, afraid mine wouldn't do you any good unless you happen to have gamma-irradiated muscles. Then we hear just like random party talk. Much prefer her Central Park West soirees, more intimate, you understand. No, her Hampton bashes are my favorite. Is that Arsenio over there?
Arsenio Hall for the younger listeners.
was a late night talk show host. So she must own apartments or buildings in Central Park West and in House in the Hamptons, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord! And then he must have gave a good security presentation because Quasar shows up with Ken and Kayla this time. Hello, Miss Sersi. I'm Wendell Vaughn, and this is Kayla Valentine and Ken Tanaka. And she's like, I'm tickled you could come, Mr. Vaughn. Come in, make yourself at home. Again, does Quasar think that disguise is fooling anybody? If this was anyone else writing this, I'd be like, man, why are they making fun of the kid? But it's Grunwald.
It's Grunwald, yeah. So he's totally
basically making fun of his own story. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm going to reveal his identity to them soon. I promise. Kayla's, I've been in a museum smaller than this place. How did you ever? And she's like, oh my gosh, I think that's the She-Hulk over there. And Wendell's like, I think you're right. I was just waiting for him to say, She-Hulk's all right, but don't you like those new guys like Quasar?
I think that's the She-Hulk. It could be someone else. I mean, she's giant and has green skin. So.
Are you sure? It could be the Wasp. But then, in the kitchen, someone who looks like delivery man. Where do you want these? I'm right over there. We'll be fine. Mel, you unload while I get the receipt signed. All right. What? This paper that you want me to sign? It's blank. And now so is your mind.
No need to be rude.
No, I think they meant the hypnosis.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's like, this paper is blank. And now so is your mind. You two will follow me. Mel the ropes. And they tie up the kitchen staff. Finished. Good. Now we better study these two faces. Our impersonation must be perfect. And then, meanwhile, back at the party. Meanwhile, back at the party. We get somebody rapping. Anyone want to rap that, or?
No, Matt, go for it, man.
All right, let's try it. Walking down the avenue the other day, when it is a free promenade, sashayed my way. Kind of fresh princess. I didn't nail it, but just a cursory glance. I got flavor.
Oh, look who just showed up from Bel Air. Let me see. Someone, it must be Kayla, saying, "Oh, Wendell, this is just so awesome." And Glory saying, "Interesting music." And Jarvis, "That it is, my dear."
And look how happy that guy is dancing with She-Hulk. I mean,
well, yeah. Look where he's putting his head. Oh, please!
He looks really happy.
Please, Miss She-Hulk, smash me. But then
it must have been one of the writers or something, like the writer for She-Hulk drew himself, or
wasn't that John Byrne? unless it's like one of the art team, unless it's like Rick Levins or something. But then at the front door, hi, the name's Steve Rogers, and and she's like, Sersi, Steve, I was beginning to despair you wouldn't come. And he's like, Sersi, this is a friend of mine, Rachel Layton. Rachel, this is Sersi, who we know as Diamondback. Because Grunwald put them in a relationship together. Sersi, not too close of a friend, I hope. And
damn, Sersi, what are you doing?
Man, I was waiting for the two to start fighting right there. She's like, Rachel's like, Sersi, what an interesting name. Is that your first name or last? Sersi, like Madonna and Cher, I only need one name. Wow. And Sersi, save the last dance for me, Stevie. And as they're walking away, Rachel's like, you come to this quote unquote ladies parties often? He's like, I swear this is the first. And then we see Fabian with his date, the food. Parties always make me real nervous, and when I get nervous, all I want to do is eat. And then we see a waiter say, would you like refill bubbly, sir? No thanks, I don't. 5 minutes from now, you will drop whatever you are doing, Fabian, and come to the kitchen, understand? But yeah, no, they actually, what is it? It's a couple issues of Avengers from now. It's between this one and 329, which is the next Avengers we'll do, but I think Diamondback and Sersi run into each other, and Cersei's like, who do you think's going to hold his attention more? Me, an Eternal, who's going to stay young just like him, or you, who ages every day?
Oh,
yeah. That's why I was waiting for these two to get in a fist fight eventually. All right, so 5 minutes later, the support staff's in the kitchen. Listen carefully, we haven't much time. Your enemies have infiltrated this party and mean to strike at your employers, the Avengers, but Minister Blood and I can give you the means to save them. The question is, are the five of you courageous enough to do what must be done? And he's like, come now, Mother, of course they are. They were handpicked by Captain America himself. These neuronic neutralizers disguised as conventional weapons. Yeah, they look like, 9mm or something?
Yeah.
Take them, conceal them, and go back out to the party. In 2 minutes, we will broadcast a signal that will enable you to see through your enemies' disguises. The instant they stand revealed, neutralize them. But again, I know they're hypnotized, but it's like you see multiple Crimson Cows and Guardsmen and Peggy or Sharon Carters and Man Wolves. And here's a question: I guess it's the programming, but it's like, why would Sharon want to shoot her, or Peggy want to shoot her sister? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Fabian, it's like, hey, I'm going to shoot myself in the armor.
Yeah.
So then we see Glory and Jarvis. Edwin, why are you looking at me so strange? Do I have food stuck to my teeth, or aren't you feeling well? And she sees him he sees her as the Crimson Cow. You're not Glory Garson. You're the Crimson Cow. She's like, I'm what? And someone yells, he's got a gun! And, of course, who's the first one? Quasar bubbles up Jarvis's gun. He's like, what in? And I guess that's Steve Rogers taking down Michael O'Brien. He's like, drop. He's like, I guess is he supposed to be saying drop it? Because he says, drop in, Michael. He's like twisting the gun out of his arm, twisting his arm behind his back.
I think that's a mistake. Yep, I do.
Drop your gun, sir. Make yourself at home.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He's inviting him over to something else.
Yes.
Drop him, Michael.
And Quasar's thinking pandemonium breaking out all over. And Sersi, Fabian with a gun? What's he doing? She's like, nothing. Once I transmute it into a novelty item, so the only thing coming out is a flag. And Peggy, how dare you mock the memory of my sister? Okay, she thinks it's an imposter. Okay. and I guess it's Gabe. He's like, he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Peggy. And then She-Hulk, Jameson, no. She's like, I can't get to him fast enough. And she's like, are you nuts? You just shot your date. Talking about no second date. Back in the kitchen, the fireworks right on schedule, and Mother Knight, come brother, we've done all we can here. Even if but a handful of civilians are killed, it will have been worth it. We see the Vision. That is far enough. Oh, the Vision. We're just the caterers. What do you want with us? He's like, it appears necessary to inform you that my synthetic mind cannot be hypnotized. The brother, but your synthetic body can be skewered as he tries to stab him with a knife, and Mother Knight tries. Oh, look where Mother Knight's trying to kick him.
Yeah.
Right in the nuts and bolts. He's like, not when I render myself intangible. He's like, expediency demands I incapacitate you as quickly as possible. Please excuse the discomfort of my partial materialization. As he goes through both of them. But then back at the party, Wendell, what's going on here? What made these 5 go homicidal? And Sersi, I don't know. They're all standing around in a daze like they've been ensorcelled. Is that Fabian saying, we're hypnotized?
Ensorcelled? What?
Trying to get out of it anyway. Oh, I think we were hypnotized.
I'm sure we were. I was, totally.
And Cap's asking Rachel, can you watch both of these guys? She's like, no sweat. I guess they're still keeping a pretense of secret identities, because Cap's like, Miss Walters? And she looks like, this woman hasn't been shot. She just fainted. Weird. Could have sworn she got hit point blank. And one woman says, the unfired bullets in the clip, they're all blanks. And Sersi, what happened to you, Edwin? Who put you people up to this? And he's like, you'll get nothing from me, cow. His girlfriend's like, oh, Eddie. And Vision comes in and says, forgive my interruption, but I believe these two may be the culprits you seek. I am uncertain as to their identities, but and Cap's like, oh, they're from my book.
Yeah.
I recognize them, unfortunately. Susan and Melvin Scarborough, master hypnotists. He says, great work, Vision. And Sersi, is this how you dress for a party, Vision? And he says, I do not believe I was invited, Sersi. And she's like, Jarvis didn't give you your invitation? No, I was out the past few days at the bottom of the East River repairing the certain pseudo-neurological damage sustained in combat.
Ball peen hammers and chisels.
Yeah. I got kicked in the nuts and bolts. It took me a couple days. Wait a second. He said, a couple days he was in the river?
Uh-huh.
Didn't we go from from like one day or one night to like the next day?
I'm not sure.
It seemed like it was one day, and then the next day Quasar showed up, Wendell showed up for the interview for the security job, and then that night it only seemed like it was like maybe a day or so.
Oh, hey, wait, guys, wait a second. Give me 1 second. I want to bring a really close friend of mine on the podcast. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Sorry.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, where did that other guy go?
He just ran off. It's horrible.
For those of you listening on the podcast, he took his glasses off.
That's right.
a subtle reference to Wendell Von Quasar. So Vision, when I was once again fully functional, I set forth tracking the truck in which I was incapacitated. I found it on the street outside your residence, and finding it empty, I took the liberty of entering the premises. Finding the two smuggling in weapons, I used my solar beams to melt the tips off all the ammunition. I could have stopped them right then, but I was curious as to what their scheme was. I could have stopped there. I could have kept everybody from panicking, but I was curious what was going to happen.
What was going to happen? Yeah.
And then Cap, you used good judgment, Vision. Sersi, I recommend you tell your guests the party's over. We're going to have our work cut out for us, clearing our crew's minds of post-hypnotic suggestions. And she's like, oh, I think these hypnotists will be more than eager to cooperate, Steve. That is, unless they want to be turned into furniture. Zurus, how I hate party poopers.
Hey, Have you guys? Is the letter page?
Yes. Oh man, I knew he was going to bring this up. We only got half a letters page because they were kind enough to give us advertisement for what's coming in January.
Yes, I love that. I love that ad too. It's such an awesome ad. It really is.
Because they kind of take like part of the cover for what is it, 15?
Mm-hmm.
Quasar 15. Yeah, because it's like Quasar 13 to 16 on sale now.
Who watches the Watchers die?
Yeah, and it shows two Watchers. One of them looks like, down and out, and there's black kind of splotches above his head. Is he at the ground? Is that blood? Is it space dripping out? What is inside of Watcher's head? But and why is Quasar watching him die? What's up with that? It's kind of creepy.
Creep. All right, so another classic, but we only got 3 more episodes this year.
That's right.
Next episode, we're gonna start our week 1 of our Quantumist special, which is what?
Flashback.
Captain America, 217?
Yep.
I think. Awesome.
Cap 217, the first appearance of some hero called Marvel Man.
Mm-hmm.
Or wasn't he calling himself like Marvel Boy even at that point?
I believe it was Marvel Boy.
Yeah.
Then he like upgraded to like Marvel
Man. And then what are we doing after Cap?
Well, the week 2 of Quantumist will be more Captain America. Captain America 229 and 230.
All right, awesome.
Guest starring the Hulk and Marvel Man. And then the last week of the year, your last week of Quantumist, you get Incredible Hulk 232 and 233. So guest starring Captain America and Marvel Man.
And
the last appearance of Marvel Man.
Yes. Because it has the greatest name change scene ever in the history of comics.
So I was trying to remember after that Hulk issue where, he decided to change his name. Is his next appearance those Marvel 2-in-1s we reviewed this summer?
I think possibly. Hang on a second. I can tell you for sure.
I was trying to remember if like he was. Did he tell the thing? Oh yeah, I go by Quasar now. Or,
yeah. Let's see.
So yeah, kids, share your thoughts with us. So I know we couldn't remember the issue numbers, but yes, next episode, Captain America 217. The week after that, Captain America 229 and 230, and the final week of the year, Incredible Hulk 232 and 233. Okay,
it looks like in Quasar number 2. The back, he had his appearances up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, and he put them in chronological order. So Quasar 1, then Cap 217, then Defenders 62 and 64.
Okay.
And then Incredible Hulk 232, then Cap 231, then Incredible Hulk 233 and 234, then Marvel 2-in-1. So yeah, right after this he jumps right into Project Pegasus.
Mm.
And then Dazzler.
Yeah.
Yes, Dazzler. And then Marvel Team Up 113, which I believe someone might still have copies of that.
Oh yes, if you would like to confirm that Marvel Team Up 113, I believe Matt Kona can help you out for some quid pro quo.
Yeah, they make a great Christmas present. All you gotta do is leave us an iTunes review, maybe like it on Facebook, tell a friend, share it, let us know. Send me your address and I'll mail you one. If not, it might not make a great Christmas present, but I'm going to the end of the year, then I'm just going to make wrapping paper out of them all.
Oh, no.
I won't do that. No.
Wallpaper, come on.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could just imagine a scene of some guy and his wife. Oh, honey, I was gonna buy you jewelry for Christmas, but look, the guys on the Quantum Zone said Marvel Team Up 113 is like the most romantic gift, which it is.
All right, I'll make a stipulation. Depending on when this airs, if you review it at 5 a.m. the day after Thanksgiving, I will send you 2 copies of it. Black Friday special. Yeah.
I think you could pretty easily convince Mr. Conan to send you 2 copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else?
No.
I think we're good.
All right. So, that's right. Join us next episode for Cap 217, the very first appearance of Wendell Vaughn. And we'll get into the our schedule for next year and well, the next few years. Even though Matt Kona is booked for January 2021.
I can't do it till later. You know.
That day, yeah.
All right, everyone. So send us your thoughts, capesandlunatics at gmail.com, facebook.com/quantumzonepod, @quantumzonepod, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Will, where can people get a hold of you and your fine printed work?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED on Twitter, Gmail. You can also find me at diaryofnight.com, which is where my self-published book Diary of Night is available. And you can find me at, of course, the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. All
right, Matt Kona, where can people find your works on the interwebs and beg you for Marvel Team Up 113?
Yeah. Oh, well, you can find 32 episodes of a podcast where horror movies are reviewed, which were recorded over a very grueling month, called Yelling That Recap Stuff. And just listen to me slowly lose my mind over that. And as always, you can contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Find links for everything. And yeah, I'll be out of work soon by the time you're listening to this. So if you happen to be in Massachusetts and you want to see a comedy show, I'll probably be around. So
if you'd like your own personal guide around the Boston area, Matt Kona is available for the right price.
Yeah, we won't go in the water. But, you can drive me. You can drive me around, and I'll point stuff out.
If you're looking for a personal assistant who will dress like a duck, Matt Kona is your man.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So join us next time, everyone. Like I said, Quantumus Week 1. Christmas is only 1, maybe 2 days. We count Christmas Eve. Hanukkah's 8 days. Quantumus, 3 weeks.
And then what? Huh? Phil, what comes next?
What comes after December? January!
Yes.
Into mystery! January into not so mystery. We talk about it every episode.
That's right.
But yes, you know what makes a great Quantumus gift? Marvel Team Up 113.
That's right.
A Quantumus for the rest of us. I can't believe it's taken us this long. We're going to get to the very first appearance of Wendell Vaughn.
That's right.
Wow. No glasses even. But you have to wait for that, everyone. Remember, Quantum Zoners. Keep it quantum. Party on.